Hi, Tessa. Now, exams are supposed to be difficult, aren't they? So what has been the problem with this paper?
They are, but not so hard that they leave children in tears. And this wasn't just at one school. Parents and teachers compared notes across the country and across the board found this test surprisingly difficult. Now, this reading test has 3 different pieces of text for children to read and then answer questions on. I spoke to one deputy head today who said the tests were too long, the questions ambiguous, children left confused and unable to get through it all.
The higher attainers aren't used to not finishing a paper, and actually some of our children who do struggle, but the complexity of the second sample, they'd almost given up and thought, I can't do this. They'd had that barrier up. And again, we do lots of work with the children of their resilience and things like that. But it was a challenge to keep going, and then you turn it over and there's still another 2 whole pages of text for them. It was overwhelming.
So Tessa, the actual test papers, it hasn't actually been made public. However, someone's been going through all the figures, they've been crunching the numbers.
Yeah, that's right. And this is some really interesting analysis done by the TES Educational magazine. Let's take a look at a comparison. So last year, test pupils had to read just over 1,500 words. This year, it was over 2,000, and so that left much less time to answer the questions. So in 2022, a reader of average speed would have had 61 seconds to answer each question. This year, the analysis shows they had 34 seconds. So teachers are arguing the government should compare the test to other years and think really carefully about what's deemed to be the expected standard. They think this year it should be lower to account for this.
OK, and CL mentioned the schools minister, and he's saying he's going to have a look at this. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Nick Gibbs spoke out today. This is what he had to say.
The Standards and Testing Agency, which conduct the SATs tests, they test these tests over many years. They test them with children, and they are assured that it was the right test for the children this year. Challenging, of course, because it has to test a whole range of abilities. But I'll certainly be looking at the test, as I do every year, when the tests are available to the public.
Now, Nick Gibb actually went on to say that of the children they tested the test on last year, 85% enjoyed it. But judging by the backlash, I think teachers and parents would dispute that, but it will be interesting to see if anything changes after a review.
OK, Tessa, thank you.